Good afternoon. It is a beautiful day, and that means it's time for some fun. Welcome to the Facts of the Day. Today is National Mushroom Day, very popular with cooking websites, but with no discernible inauguration. It's also Bean Counter Day, created to celebrate CPAs, accountants, and everyone else whose job has to do with counting and moving money. And Eggs Benedict Day, yuck. It's also High Five Day, always the third Thursday of April, incidentally. It's Librarian Day, because why not? And Stress Awareness Day. I think everyone's aware of their stress at this point, don't you think? And finally, Save an Elephant Day. Not sure how you're supposed to celebrate all of those today, but if you get it done, let me know in the comments below. Moving right along, on this day in 1457 BC, Egyptian forces defeated a large Canaanite coalition in the Battle of Megiddo. This is the first battle of which secular history has a solid account. In 1705, Queen Anne of England knighted Isaac Newton at Trinity College in Cambridge. In 1900, the U.S. Post Office issued the first book of postage stamps. In 1917, Vladimir Lenin issued his radical April Theses, encouraging the Soviets to take power during the Russian Revolution. And in 1929, the New York Yankees became the first professional baseball team to wear uniform numbers. Fascinating stuff. Anyway, your word of the day is caduceus, which means the symbolic staff of a herald, or specifically a representation of a staff with two entwined snakes and two wings at the top. I bet you didn't know that. Some trivia for today. According to the Archives of General Medicine, coffee drinkers have sex more frequently and enjoy it more than non-coffee drinkers. Dr. Miles' compound extract of tomato, a patent medicine, went on the market in the 1830s. It was ketchup. Queen Victoria eased the discomfort of her menstrual cramps by having her doctor supply her with marijuana. Jimmy Carter was the first U.S. president to have been born in a hospital. And in 1990, a 64-year-old Hartsville, Tennessee woman entered a hospital for surgery for what doctors diagnosed as a tumor on her buttocks. What surgeons found, however, was a 4-inch pork chop bone, which they removed. They estimated that it had been in place for 5 to 10 years. The woman could not remember sitting on it or eating it, for that matter. Now, I think that one counts as the strange but true fact of the day. Ooh, excuse me. I have the hiccups and I'm burping at the same time. So I thought I'd share that with you. I think that one counts as strange but true. But since we're on the subject, your actual strange but true fact. Japan is facing a ninja shortage. There is high demand for ninja shows, but it is a dying tradition and companies are having a hard time finding properly trained ninjas. And for anyone who just heard that and thought, the call of fate, I know what I must do with my life now. More power to you. Personally, if I were going to take a non-conventional job, it would be as a panda cuddler. Let's get an inspirational quote in real quick. This one comes from Zig Ziglar, who said, "Positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will." I absolutely agree. I don't necessarily believe in the power of positive thinking, as if to say, as long as I believe and I can accomplish X, Y, Z, I will. I don't agree with that. But I absolutely agree with the idea that if you go into something thinking there's no way this is going to work, then chances are better than even that you'll prove yourself right. Just as a result of that line of thinking. So take that with you. Next on the list is the riddle of the day. What would you get if 120 rabbits took one step backwards at the same time? This one ends up being more of a dad joke of the day. Less than a riddle, the answer is a receding hairline. Because, yeah. Oof. Last thing today, to leave you with that, neat feeling. Good news of the day. I first caught this as a meme with the tagline, "Well, April's boss monster has appeared." The headline that the image was linked to read, "Scientists baffled by enormous underwater being never before seen," or something like that. An estimated 150-foot-long siphonophore, possibly the longest creature ever recorded, was discovered in the underwater canyons near Perth, Australia. At first glance, this thing is just one great big long sea snake-looking thing. It turns out this is actually a string of bajillions of tiny little boogers, all clinging to each other to work together. This is especially cool because they weren't even looking for it. It just showed up on their video feed one day. Go check it out, and prepare for the next apocalypse, which is coming in the form of an enormous chain of possibly venomous squid thingies, all floating arm in arm. Huh. Neat. And there you have it, my friends. The facts of the day. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you next time.